Bombshell reporting concerning the UK today that shows the widening gulf between our closest ally and the clown car capers that characterize the Trump administration. We've known for years now that the people in the UK despise Trump and think less of Americans because we let this criminal get reelected. And all the while, the government's official policy is to keep a stiff upper lip and wait for demented Donnie to be put in a memory care unit. Well, not anymore. I'm going to show video of the drastic action Britain has taken to both condemn the Trump administration's illegal behavior and to insulate itself from being an accomplice. Make no mistake about it, this is the most extreme action taken against the U.S. government since the War of 1812. And we're talking about an ally that fundamentally refused to support us in the Vietnam War. Britain has a lot to be pissed off about. Our tepid response to the Ukrainian war has allowed Putin to retain control and continue this war, has not only made all of Europe less safe, it has artificially driven up energy costs on a global scale. But being a good ally, Britain has not been outwardly critical or retaliatory. And Britain has bent over backwards over Trump's erratic and egotistical manipulation of trade tariffs. Still, no public complaints and more placating than Trump deserves. There's a reason he was invited to dine at Buckingham Palace. The Brits were feeding his narcissistic ego so that he would go easy on them, and it worked. But there's two things Britain won't do. One, they won't allow any more Austin Powers movies to be made, and they will not be a party to war crimes the U.S. commits. And right now, the U.S. is engaged in war crimes and threatens to engage in more. Led by Department of War manly man and head moron Pete Hegseth, the U.S. has been blowing boats out of the water for suspected drug trafficking. Every country in this world is engaged in the effort to combat the drug trade. And standard practice is to deploy the Coast Guard, and sometimes the Navy, in interdiction to stop drugs from getting through. Vessels are identified, tracked, and boarded to seize the drugs. But like two little kids playing video games, Trump and Hegseth have been engaged in blowing up vessels in international waters, claiming that they are drug runners. And the point for the entire world is, fine, then board the vessels and arrest them. But you cannot bomb civilian boats on suspicion. That action is fundamentally a war crime. Well, Hegseth and Trump are actually proud of it. Good for them. It just cost us the cooperation of our biggest ally and their very big intelligence network. In a complete repudiation of Trump and Hegseth, Britain is removing their help and cooperation. Watch this.
A breaking news exclusive now coming into the Situation Room. Watch this. The United Kingdom is suspending, listen to this, suspending some of its intelligence sharing with the U.S. because of the Trump administration's strikes against alleged drug boats in the Caribbean.
We are joined now by senior White House reporter Kevin Liptak and CNN national security correspondent Natasha Bertrand. Natasha, to you first with this exclusive reporting. I mean, this is a big deal. The UK is arguably the closest ally to the United States when it comes to intelligence sharing. What else do we know?
Yeah, Pam, it's a really significant rupture here. Essentially, what we're learning is that the UK is no longer sharing intelligence with the US about these suspected drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean because it does not want to be complicit in the US military's strikes on these drug vessels and believes fundamentally that the US military's use of force against these vessels violates international law, according to multiple sources that we spoke to. Now, previously, the UK had been happy to help the United States locate and interdict vessels that were transiting the Caribbean that appeared to be trafficking drugs. But the key difference, of course, is that it was helping the Coast Guard intercept those vessels, arrest those on board, seize the drugs, and allowing these individuals to have some semblance of due process. But now the U.S., of course, has started striking these boats unilaterally with military force, killing everyone on board. The total now for number of people killed is around 76. And we're told that the UK is deeply uncomfortable with that, and they believe that it is pretty blatantly illegal.
Britain's judgment is that the actions of the U.S. are blatantly illegal. Do you know who does illegal things? Criminals. And these are acts of war. That makes Trump and Hegseth war criminals. Interestingly, this all goes back to that fat slob Steve Bannon and his flood the zone strategy. With Trump wrecking our economy, causing the starvation of children around the world, defying court orders, lying to the American people on a daily basis, and co-opting the power of the legislature, the question becomes, who has the time and the power to prosecute war crimes? I'll tell you who, The Hague. So all these Democrats who promise they are going to fight, why don't they start by referring Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth to The Hague for war crimes? That would be fighting. Oh, and P.S. Guess who used to work as a war crimes prosecutor for The Hague? I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.